Most hunters will tell you if you find the nest, the creature is usually nearby. But what they don't tell you is this: sometimes the nest is worse because whatever made it might not be the only thing living there. We were called in after a series of disappearances. Not just animals, people, hikers, campers, even a ranger. Search teams found almost nothing. No bodies, no clear signs of struggle, just scattered remains, bones, clothing, gear, and drag marks, leading into the same section of forest. We reached the area just before sunset. The forest looked normal, too normal. Birds still chirping, wind moving through the trees. But the deeper we went, the quieter it got. We started seeing signs quickly: scratches on tree trunks, deep gouges in the bark, higher than any animal should reach. Then the ground changed, disturbed soil, wide drag marks, something heavy being pulled. We heard it around dusk, a low sound, not quite a growl, not quite a voice, somewhere ahead. We froze, waited. It stopped, like it knew we were listening. We should have turned back, come back with more people, more gear, but we didn't. We pushed forward, because whatever was out there wasn't leaving on its own. We found the entrance just before nightfall, hidden behind vines, almost invisible. A cave. The smell hit us first. Rotting meat, decay, something old, something wrong. We went in slow, flashlights up, weapons ready. The beam barely reached the walls, and what it showed wasn't normal. Bones everywhere, animal bones, and human ones, stacked, arranged, not randomly, organized, like a structure. Then we saw it, the nest, massive, made of bones, branches, and things I still can't identify. It filled most of the chamber, and for a moment we thought it was empty. Then something inside it shifted, slowly, deliberately. We all froze. No one spoke. No one moved. It wasn't the creature, not the one we were tracking. This was smaller, but not small. Its eyes opened, reflecting the light, locked on to us. And it didn't look confused. It looked aware. That's when it hit me. This wasn't a nest, not in the way we thought. This was a breeding ground, and whatever we were hunting wasn't alone. We backed out slowly, didn't turn our backs, didn't make sudden moves, but the thing inside the nest started moving, climbing out. We made it outside, ran until we couldn't anymore, didn't stop until sunrise, and we never went back. But weeks later, they sent another team, bigger, better equipped. They found the cave, the nest, everything we described, except for one thing. It was empty, no tracks, no signs of struggle, just silence. But when they checked the perimeter, they found something the cameras missed. A single trail of human footprints leading back into the cave, and the number of tracks leaving the cave was more than the number going in, and some of them were wearing our boots. I've spent most of my life tracking things people don't believe in, things that don't show up in official reports, things that don't leave behind normal evidence. But this case, this was the first time I truly felt like prey. It started with a request from a remote village, livestock disappearing. No signs of struggle, no blood trails, just gone. At first, local authorities thought it was a predator, maybe a leopard, maybe something bigger, but the villagers said something different. They said it walked like an animal and sometimes like a man. We arrived just before sunset. The village was quiet, too quiet. No animals roaming, no children outside, just doors closed and eyes watching us from behind them. We found the tracks about a mile out. At first glance, they looked normal. Large paw prints, deep impressions, but something didn't add up. The spacing was wrong, uneven, like the creature was changing its stride. And then we saw it, the transition. 4 prints, then 2, standing upright. We followed the trail deeper into the forest. The air got colder, thicker, like the forest itself didn't want us there. No birds, no insects, just silence, and the sound of our own footsteps. Then we heard it, a branch snapping, somewhere behind us. We turned, nothing, but the feeling stayed, like we were being watched. We started noticing movement, not directly, always at the edge of our vision. Shadows that didn't match the trees, something keeping pace with us, but never showing itself. Then one of the guys stopped. Look at this, fresh tracks, right beside ours, same direction, same pace. It hadn't just been ahead of us, it had been walking with us. We made camp before it got too dark, set up a perimeter, started a fire. Standard procedure. But nothing about this felt standard. The forest was too quiet, and the darkness felt deeper than it should have. It happened fast. 1 second, the fire was burning. The next, complete darkness. No wind, no sound, just gone. That's when we heard it, right next to us. Breathing slow, heavy. But when we turned on our lights, nothing was there. Then we looked down and saw it. Footprints appearing in the dirt, one by one, moving toward us, like something invisible was walking closer. We didn't wait. We ran, didn't look back, didn't stop, but I swear I could hear it behind us. Not running. Walking slow, like it knew we couldn't escape. We made it out before sunrise, back to the village, alive but not untouched, because when I checked my gear later, there was something new, something that wasn't there before. A set of tracks pressed into the mud on my boots, not from where I had stepped, but from something that had stepped on me. And whatever we were hunting, it followed us out.